I hate my teeth. Just saying it now floods me with anxiety, knowing I'm causing attention to them. You know, I could record this video without a face cam or whatever you want to call it, but I feel like doing that would sort of disregard the points that I'm gonna attempt to make in this video, which I hope you'll see in just a bit. It's not necessarily the color of my teeth that I hate, although it is a part of my disdain for them. But the main component is their shape. And I'm just going to apologize now to any dentists out there for my potential misrepresenting of oral anatomy. But I probably should have had braces when I was younger. For whatever reason, I never got them. I'm not sure if it was my fault or my dentists didn't think that I needed them or whatever, but I probably did. A lot of my teeth are very jagged, and I do have a few instances of snaggletooth. The structure of my teeth is not very good either. There's a lot of gaps and whatnot, but the point being is it feels like I've almost had a mouth intended for a shark. My teeth might just be the part of myself that I hate the most. Each and every time that I interact with a person, there's thoughts lingering in the back of my mind that diminish my confidence. As I'm making eye contact with them, I'm worrying and waiting until they eventually see my teeth as my mouth moves as I'm talking. Again, recording this video really does place me in a sticky, for lack of a better word, type of feeling, as I know I'm causing attention to them. So, this isn't a pity party, but you'll see. I can't change my teeth. Yes, I could maybe get braces now or Invisalign or something, but I feel like walking into a job interview at this stage in my life might not be the best look, not to mention the extreme costs of these things. The point is, my teeth aren't something I can easily change. They're not anything malleable like a haircut. Plus, they're not even anything that I can change through hard work and determination like my body weight or something along those lines. Trust me though, you don't want to get me started on the juxtaposition of our system and healthcare or dental care and how it fits precisely into this video. You don't want to get me started. For all my life, I will have to deal with the insecurities my teeth bring. Is it the reason I grew this mustache subconsciously? Probably. It's not as if I've ever been properly bullied for them, but it is something that I'll just always be hyper aware about. And as someone that sort of struggles with self-confidence, even if I had perfect teeth, it just feeds into my negative perception of them even more. Forever hesitant to smile in pictures, covering my face when I notice that I might be smiling too widely after laughing. Also, neglecting to look someone in the eye when I talk to them. All of these things spill over into my teeth. There have been other aspects of my life that have dragged me down over time, and as a result, I used comedy to try and deal with it. I'd rather make fun of those aspects of me first before someone else could. Perhaps you've done the same. And it does help a little bit using self-depreciating humor, but the point has to be driven home here. I've never done it about things that I can't change. I've never really made fun of my teeth until, earlier in this episode. Again, I cannot change it. And for others, it's something that's probably way worse than just having British kind of teeth. Sorry. No, for some it truly and legitimately can be life-altering, like a cancer diagnosis. And again, don't get me started on our system and our healthcare. For some, it could be skin color or gender orientation or sexual orientation. Again, don't get me started on healthcare. These are prime examples of things or aspects that one can never truly change about life. And, bear with me, I feel as if they could change these things about their life, they'd be sacrificing their own authenticity. Indeed, there are many existentially fixed things about life that one cannot change. Many worse than just teeth. That being said, why do I bring all of this up? all of these existentially fixed things that generally or could lead to pretty tumultuous times? Well, a few things. One thing being subtly pointing out some flaws of how we've set up society. But again, just don't get me started on that. No, I feel as if there's many things to learn here. One could point to stoicism as a way to deal with existentially fixed things, but I don't want to go there in this video. Recent discourse on my own and other videos online have shown some pretty relevant critiques of stoicism. So, I do think though that there are some other parts of philosophy that we can look to deal with these things. Broadly speaking, it's existentialism, although I think we need to sort of narrow our scope down a bit to a specific part of the school of thought. Indeed, existentially fixed things are things that can, sort of lead us to having the sentiment that life itself is meaningless. The most prominent existentially fixed thing is death, of course. This is the scariest one and the unavoidable one at any rate. But the thing worth mentioning here is the response. The response is a common theme all across existentialism, whether it's a leap of faith or having a rebellious existence just for the sake of having a rebellious existence. Here, you can clearly see examples of individuals who have had these sort of responses about existentially fixed things within their lives. It ranges all the way from people like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, James Baldwin, Susan B. Anthony, and so on. Their activism, their critiques fed into an existence that could only be called rebellious within their each individual historical contexts. And look, I'm not going to call these people existentialist philosophers, but their careers, their lives, if you will, fall into this school of thought from a bird's eye view. Neither am I saying that I need to become a tooth activist the same way that MLK was for civil rights. That would be cool and all. Maybe we do need some tooth activism, but that's not what I'm saying here. What I am saying is that these people let being be, in a sense. They took the existentially fixed things, looked them in the eye, and said, I don't care that you exist, I'm going to overcome you. There weren't any preconceptions that could get in their way of their authenticity. Nothing could stop them. To me, this foundational thinking is so freeing. And while the darkness about my teeth remains, the inevitability, so to speak, definitely lingers on. It definitely makes this task way less daunting, looking this existentially fixed thing in the eye and not letting it stop me. There's no reason to, after all. Peace and love.